all the teachers including the principal. Happy afternoon. Okay. Can we have it louder? Happy afternoon. Okay. That's really nice. See, whenever we start our class, every day before we start our class, there is a saying, the belief that you hold at the beginning of the journey defines the journey. The belief that I hold at the beginning of the journey defines the journey. Right now I am actually starting a class and I am strongly believing that definitely I am going to do miracle. But I also know without His intervention it's not going to be possible. So we always need to start everything with a small prayers. So all of you can join your hands in this sitting mode only. We will start off with Vakratunda. He is one of the greatest obstacle remover. If at all in my class the way I take, if some flaws has to happen, I will just leave it on his responsibility. It is his responsibility to make my session flawless. Okay, so we will just go for a small prayers. All of us together. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvighna Kurme Deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada Om Bhurvasvaha Tassavitурvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodaya Mrutyunjaya Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarutamiva Bandhana Mrutyor Mokshiyamamrita Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Yeah, please be seated. Because I am also a teacher, it's an honor to actually address the teachers. But while addressing a teacher, I also know there is a saying in Kannada, Suryunge torcha. Most of you are sitting here, Nane teacher, Nanige torcha. It is a saying, I don't say no. But let me tell you, there is always a student in us who can learn and become better than yesterday. For Tendulkar, after he hit 75 centuries, there was no comparison at all. He could have taken that ego onto his head and he should have told, I am the best teacher, I have already hit 75 centuries, there is nobody else who can be compared to me. He could have always done this and he could have stopped his career then and there itself. But he always told, for me, my challenge is my yesterday. For you, your challenge is your previous class. Can you make this class better than your previous class? Always remember, it is a saying that in many of the books it is being told, one of the Shrestha Dana, we are also commercial people, I don't say no. Irrespective of we being commercial partly, our service is called as a noble service. And anybody who can actually give out something of this into the outside world, Mahashresthavada Dana andre Vidya Dana. Because you have been consistently doing that Vidya Dana, and because you are occupying a pedestal which is much more than Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, much more than Parabrahma, so you are always considered as a noble soul. And for noble soul like you who are teachers, there is a separate line after you die. There is something called Judgment Day. Elrigu gottide. Alli Chitragupta, who is the judge or the man who is going to decide how many good deeds you have done, how many bad deeds you have done. For all the good deeds he will calculate, all the bad deeds he will calculate. After doing some minus and pluses, he may say go to hell or he may say go to heaven. But all of you should be proud, there is a separate queue for teachers. And there is no Chitragupta there, you can directly go to heaven. Provided you have occupied that pedestal with the same divinity as it expects. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಲಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಾರೋ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಗುರು ವಾಟ್ ಡು ವಿ ಸೇ ಗುರು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಗುರು ವಿಷ್ಣು ಗುರು ದೇವೋ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರ ಗುರು ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ತಸ್ಮೈ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುವೇ ನಮಃ. We give that actually dias to you where we say you're much more than mom, you're much more than Tande, Tayi, you're much more than Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, you're much more than Parabrahma who has created Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Right now when you're standing on that pedestal, you should be neutral. You cannot be biased. You may get Arjunas in your class, you may get Duryodhanas in your class. When you get Arjunas being proud about yourself and when you get Duryodhanas you feel bad about yourself, yes, that's okay. Emotions in you can always be interchanging. But irrespective of who the student is, I am going to remain constant. We occupy a neutral position called as Krishna's position. Now, ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವೇನು ಕುರುಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವೋ, ದ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಮಹಾಭಾರತ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಗುಡ್, ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ಎ ಗಾಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಇಸ್ ಎ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ದ ಗುಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಅರ್ಜುನ, ದ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಇಸ್ ದುರ್ಯೋಧನ. So when I am a teacher and when I am occupying that dais, I should be like Krishna, neutral. If Duryodhana would have asked Krishna, you fight for me, Krishna would have agreed. In your case, you should agree to do whatever the intelligent and the smart students ask you or request you. No, if you show that bias, you are not Krishna at all. Even a dumb pet, if he comes and says, ma'am, you have explained so many times, nange aadru artha agtilla, innomme explain ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ಅರ್ಜುನ ಕೇಳಿ explain ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. If a student starts feeling that when I ask the teacher doesn't say, when you ask the teacher says, you are smart, I'm the one who is not understanding. For me, she has to show how good a teacher she is. When Dronacharya was asked at this last few days, are you happy being a teacher? No, I can't say I'm happy or I'm successful being a teacher, because I have seen success and failures because of who the students were. I was the same Dronacharya. I failed miserably when it comes to Duryodhana, and definitely I have gained and I am considering myself the best teacher because of Arjuna. But I also say I am sorry because I did not be a teacher to one of the best students, that was Ekalavya. So the same saying goes to you also. Some of them have access to whatever they are studying, fine. Those who don't have access also, you will have to somehow build an energy in them so that they should start building up confidence. See, the entire education system, let me very honestly tell you, the education system what we had before the inventions of so-called Britishers and after their invention, it is completely different. The Britishers taught us or brought us an education system which will be machines which will produce clerks. The very objective of the Britishers was, ಅವ್ರ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು 400 ವರ್ಷ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು 1000 ವರ್ಷ ಈ ಭಾರತವನ್ನು ಆಳಬೇಕು. ನಮಗೆ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಒಬಿಡಿಯಂಟ್ ಕ್ಲರ್ಕ್ಸ್. ಅವರೇ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಿವೇಚನೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. ಎನಿ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. ಎನಿ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೀಮ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಎ ಟೀಮ್, ಎ ಲೀಡರ್ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರೋನ್. ವೆನ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಎ ಟೀಮ್, ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಲೀಡರ್. The first thing what they did was divide and rule policy. They divided into actually different parts and then they started occupying and ruling them one after the other. Yes, when you need to conquer something which is negative, you can always do that. But they started thinking, if the same people come together again, it's going to be a big burden on us. So they put lot of religious barriers and they were responsible for actually scattering us. They really did a fantastic job. And what was the education system? The entire education system started our youngsters to believe that we are not great, the entire world is great. And you and me, we know, actually the entire world has considered we as the greatest. You think of any person, your own son, your own daughter. What do you want to do after at least you complete your graduation? I want to go abroad and study and then work. Why do you want to go abroad? No, India में ऐसे कोई future नहीं है. But do you know what India was during the time of Nalanda? Nalanda University, there were 1000 plus universities during those time, during Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization, and from the entire world people came in and they learned a lot of skill sets here. It could be the Ayurveda, it could be the whatever you can think of, it could be spirituality, it could be even whatever we talk about, the great invention of Aryabhatta, the zero. Most of the books read, the entire world does not know zero as a gift from India, and Indians themselves don't know this. And we will have to start cherishing all this. The Ayurveda field, it could be the yoga, the field, it could be the martial arts field, what we had acquired, the architecture of building huge buildings. These, we were the best of the best. Forget about what Bangalore city right now is. What drainage system? You see, drainage is overflowing everywhere. During the time of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, they had a drainage system where the entire collected drains from the beautiful city, it was at least 2-3 kilometers outside they used to live and make it again, regenerate it into normal water and normal manure. It was a beautiful system by itself. Now, right from day one, you will have to cultivate these kind of belief system in our youngsters. You should make them feel proud about their parents, make them feel proud about the place they live, make them feel proud about the country they belong to, make them feel proud about our ancient history, which is a greatest gift for the entire world. A famous writer of US writes, there is nothing the world is inventing now, or there is nothing the world will invent in future which was not recorded in Indian ancient books. And it is very much true. Even we talk about what we call as surgery. The surgery system where so prominently was possible, and we have done it much before anybody else could do it. Calling the entire universe, and forget about the universe, calling our own earth as Bhugol, we were the first people and we strongly believed it is wrong. When the entire world believed it is not wrong, we were the only ones who believed it is wrong. Now, as a teachers, you have two responsibilities. One is academic performance is equally important, but a student will never remember a teacher for academic performance. A student will always remember, I still remember that teacher. When I was demotivated, when I was crying alone in my class, she was the one who came up to me and she put so much of energized talks onto me. I cannot forget that day, and she is one of my best teachers for my lifetime. And this kind of a transformation you guys will have to bring. I know we are also in a turbulence world. We are occupied with too much of things happening. We are also have a family to take care. Our mission also should keep running. But irrespective of all that, if you want a direct entry into heaven, one of the best profession you have chosen, that is a noble profession, being a teacher. But ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾರ್ಥಕತೆ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ every day before you get into this place called as Gurukul, you should make an attempt and get inside telling, I'm going to be neutral, I'm just going to be neutral. I'll forget my past, whatever is my family, and here I am coming, trying to be a teacher to these students. These kind of attitudes will work. Today we will have a little bit of team building activities. All of us know, in order to become a very successful trainer, now, irrespective of the working place, always remember, one working place so energize ಆಗೋದು not with the things. ಇಲ್ಲಿ chair ಇದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ AC ಇದೆ, fan ಇದೆ, building ಇದೆ. Because of this materialistic presence, you will never feel comfortable. You will always feel comfortable about a working place because of this human emotional presence. So, the first thing that has to come to your mind is, if I'm getting into a new place to work, if I'm getting into a new entity to work, the first thing is, can I be a part of them as a team member? It is very important, getting in and gelling well. Most of us will be very fast forward in doing it. Most of you would be quite slow. Most of you are very strong beginners, but a slow ender. And most of you are slow beginners, but a very strong ender. Most of you will be onto yourself for few days, for first 50% of your time, and later on you will become active. So today we will have some kind of a team building activity, because if I am explaining students about the whatever, if I cannot bring my child out, I cannot connect to them. So for that, your kid, what is there inside you, you will have to bring it out. You will have to play it around. Every responsibility given, today, school day, anchoring responsibility is yours. Yes, I will take it up. Last year, who did it? Let me talk to her. Let me take some inputs. Let me start for framing the write-up. Let me start preparing it multiple times. And then I am going to come. Today I am handling 5th standard. I am expecting I should get an opportunity to hit that 10th standard. If I want that opportunity, my every class has to be better and better, so that the students' feedback has to be excellent. And then nobody can stop me if I am climbing the ladder of success. And academically upgrading yourself should be one of the best things that you can do. If you want to forever stay young and healthy, don't work on the body. Working on the body you can do it secondary. Working on your mind is very, very important. What is that working on your mind? Irrespective of if you are a graduate, at least through distance education, try to upgrade and try to be a postgraduate. So that instead of being an high school teacher, you can become a college teacher. Like that, opportunities will always knock. If your mind is consistently given some learning activity, you can see a glow in the face. If your mind is not given any kind of a learning activity, is made to sit in a comfort zone. Comfort zone means yesterday also I was doing the same thing, today also I am doing the same thing. From yesterday to today, as a teacher, if I am not upgraded, if I am not made it better than yesterday, that means I have also lived a mediocre life. I have lived a life out of convenience. Animals in zoo also live the same kind of life. How am I different from them? From yesterday to today, I have learned a lot. I have upgraded myself. I have upgraded my skill sets. It could be anything. It could be the way I use my smart classroom. It could be the way I express things in Kannada or in English. So all this is a skill sets which you will have to develop. So only an healthy mind can actually connect to an healthy body. Otherwise, what happens? If your mind is unhealthy, slowly it will start reflecting in the body also. And vice versa. I told secondary. Keeping yourself young and fit is very important. You know what should be done. It could be aerobics, it could be yoga, it could be meditation. Something you should consistently do. Though you are occupied with job, with family, with kids, your body also is important, because this is the vehicle with whom you are going to travel for next 90-95 years. So keeping him hale and healthy is very, very important. Always remember, in Ayurveda the body says, you give me 1 hour in this 24 hours, I will take care of you for 23 more hours. But most of us, we are not ready to give that 23. And one more, always remember, because we are talking about health, how you live from 25 to 30, how you maintain your body, how you exercise your body, how you do yogasana to your body, from 25 to 30, that will define how from 25 to 30 you are going to live. And whatever you have done from 25 to 30 will define how well you are going to live from 30 to 35. And same thing, how well you have maintained your body, exercise your mind, try to learn new things, how well you have maintained from 30 to 35 will define how you are going to live from 35 to 40. So, it should be a consistent working. When you keep consistently working, results will automatically come. Let us use some team building activities, because I will be explaining a lot of things about leadership skills. Who could be a leader in 1 or 2 points? Anybody can say? Who is a leader in your mind? Okay, he has capabilities, but if he doesn't come forward, there are a lot of people who have amazing capabilities. Do you know? if I'm taking cricket only as an example, there are a lot of people who stay in villages. They have certain kind of skill sets which is amazing. But still, just because they don't get the right kind of opportunity, or they don't stand out and say, I will take this opportunity, I will go out of my village because I want to hit that bullseye, then they cannot become a leader. A leader is the one who can stand tall when opportunity comes, having all the skill sets. Having a skill set is the first part, and knowing that you have that skill set and going to exhibit and use it in the right places, that is what is called as a leadership skills. A leader is the one who can lead from the front. If he has a skill set, he has to stand and he has to lead from the front. All of us have this leadership skills, but most of them are actually allergic to taking up this leadership skills. What could be the reason? ನಾವೇ ಆಗಲಿ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ನಾವು ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇಡಪ್ಪ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಬೈ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಯು ಆರ್ ಅಫ್ರೇಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನಂಗಿದ್ರೆ ಯು ಆರ್ ರೆಡಿ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಅಪ್. ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಅಪ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂದಾಗ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಎ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆರ್ ಎ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸಚ್ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್? So you always will have to be ready to take up failure, because failures are required, and failures are the stepping stone. If a person becomes successful, it was only because he had experienced multiple failures. Right now, last time you took the initiative, but you failed. Next time you are not ready to take up the initiative because everybody is looking at you. I agree, when you fail, people will throw tantrums on you, and when you are succeeding, people will actually praise you. This is the law of life. They are not praising you, they are praising your success. And again, they are not against you, they are against the failure. They are talking, it was a failure, accept it. Chandrayana 1 was a failure, accept it. Chandrayana 2 was a failure, accept it. But Chandrayana 1 and 2 was required in order to make Chandrayana 3 failure. But if you give up, how would Chandrayana 3 would have come? So a leadership person is the one who will not give up. Right now we will play one activity, one more activity, one more activity. Most of you will give up. For name's sake you want to participate. He is not a leader. A leader is not the one who participates just for a namesake. A leader is the one who participates to win. Your attitude should be, I am participating, I should win. Every student who is attending your class, he should feel that I am participating not to participate, I am participating to be first. That kind of a leadership skill, that kind of a winner's attitude you guys will have to put. And always remember, behind every success there has been failure. If you have not got failures in your life, that means you are living a mediocre life. You are not testing your skill sets. You are trying to live in a comfort zone. And English ತಗೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷೇ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾನೇ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ 10 ವರ್ಷದವರೆಗೂ. That means you are living in a comfort zone. One day an opportunity comes. 7th standard English teacher is on leave because she has a viral fever. There is no way I can bring her. An opportunity came. What should you do? You should fly up and say, sir, I think the English teacher has not come from 7th standard. I would be ready to take up a class. I am already prepared. This is what actually taking responsibility is. Demonetization was required. It's a law, everybody knows. Because there is a chances of duplication of notes, there is a chances of black money getting accumulated, and it has to be done every 7 years or maximum 10 years. From the time we got independence, no Prime Minister took up that courage to say, I am going to do this demonetization. I know when I do some changes, when I bring some changes, some people will be affected. But for the majority good, I am ready to take up this, though I know it can be a very success or it can also be failure. And a leader is the one who dares to take up that, knowing it can be success, it can be failure. Uri surgical strike. Every time when somebody attacked us, अगर वो लोग घुस के हमें मार सकते हैं, every time this happened, we used to always think about what the international world is going to think about, what does the international news is going to think about, and then we always used to fear. One man came and told, अब जाके मारो, अगर वो लोग घुस के मारे हैं तो हम भी घुस के मारेंगे, आप मारो, आगे जो होगा मैं देख लूंगा. That is what is called as leadership skills. I am ready to take up this class. Science, I have been taking 3rd and 4th standard, 10th standard science. An opportunity comes because the teacher is no more. Instead of the school authority trying to look for in an outside pool, it is always good for them to pick up from the inside pool. We also know a known angel is better than an unknown devil, or it is reverse. A known devil is better than an unknown angel. But Agantala, you are also an angel. Why should I worry? I am not appointed a devil. I know she is an angel. She takes such beautiful class in 5th standard. Why don't I consider this angel? Because I don't know which devil is there outside. I have never experienced it. So when opportunity comes, you should take up a call. And all of you have a responsibility. Your responsibility is not just students. Your responsibility is also your colleagues. A person who is ready to take up that responsibility slowly becomes the leader of the entire teachers. Why? He is ready to give up his hand when somebody is in need. This has to be your leadership quality. If somebody has a need, you should be there. If you are not going to be there, it's not going to help. That kind of a leadership skills you will have to develop. You are already a team. This team you did not choose. The team has come because you entered into a place where there were already participants. With these participants, coming together is a beginning that was not in your hand. It was in his hand. He brought you together. And nothing in life happens coincidentally. Everything in life happens incidentally. So there was a purpose for you to get into this team. You are being brought. Coming together is the beginning. Now, the next level. Keeping together is called as progress. Keeping together so that it should help you also. At the same time, it should help every teammates also. If that energy can be released into this entire team, the team can prosper. So, working together is success towards any goal. Now, because I was talking about success and failure, let me share a beautiful story I have already shared with Sir was there last time. There was one would-be man who had come to Bangalore to attend an interview in Infosys. He had promised himself, until and unless I attend the interview, I will not have anything. So he decided, he came early in the morning and he went to the interview and he attended the interview. He knew he had done the best in the interview. So after the interview was over, now was the chance for him to have something. He wanted one of the best hotel. As he was coming on the road, he found one would-be hotel. Lot of crowds there. So he automatically understood, oh, this hotel is definitely a good hotel. Otherwise, so many customers wouldn't have been there. So knowingly, he gets into the hotel, and always if it is a small would-be hotel, the owner sits at the cashier. He goes, sir, ನೀವೇ owner. The cashier says, ಹೌದು sir, ನಮ್ಮದೇ hotel. Sir, do you have tasty vadas? He says, ಹೌದು, definitely we have tasty vadas. Okay, does your vada satisfy the hunger? ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಡೆ ತಿಂದಾಗ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ತುಂಬುತ್ತಾ? ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತುಂಬುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್, ನೀವು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಿನ್ನಿ ಸರ್. He says. He goes and sits and the owner orders one plate vada. As soon as the vada is given, even before starting, he is making few confirmation. Sir, how much is one plate vada? He says 40 rupees. Do you charge extra for chutney and sambar? He says no, I don't charge extra for chutney and sambar. It is free of cost. Okay sir. And again sir, is your vada tasty? He says yes. Does your vada satisfy the hunger? It will definitely satisfy the hunger. Sir, ang hunger taste nimge ishta agilla, kaase kododu beda, ನೀವು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್ ತಿನ್ನೋದು. He says. He goes and first vada is given, he breaks it into 4 pieces. He dips one piece in sambar and chutney, he eats, and he looks at the owner and says very, very tasty. And then he finishes the first vada and again looks at the owner and says very tasty, but stomach is not full. The owner is very happy. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು plate vada food. So one more plate vada, it becomes 80 rupees. The owner is calculating the money. He again says very tasty, stomach not filled. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು plate vada food. The story name is called as Saptvada concept. What is the Saptvada means? Seventh Vada. Sapta Rushigalu, seventh Vada, same concept. Sixth Vada is given, still he says very tasty, stomach not full. Some of the owners strongly feels, you need no vada extra tinbitre, you kaase naan iskodalla. I can guarantee you, he can maximum eat one piece, and in the same manner, that person breaks the vada into 4 pieces, picks up the first vada piece, puts it into sambar and chutney, he eats, because it's already here. Kai itre kaanatide. Open madadre, allivargu tindidane. Now he thinks, he just gulps, taking little water, 3 pieces still there. Now he looks at the owner and says, very tasty, stomach is also full. Now after telling that, he goes to the counter, sir, yesterday 1 plate vada, he says 40 rupees. He keeps 40 rupees and he keeps going. That person, sir, ನೀವೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು? ವಡ ತಿಂದಾಗ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ತುಂಬುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಮೊದಲನೇ ವಡದಿಂದ ನಾನು ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ತುಂಬಲಿಲ್ಲ. The first vada did not. The second vada did not. Seventh vada it really did. ನಾನು 3 ಪೀಸ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. 10 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ಆದರೂ I have paid. So we will stop the story here. All of you analyze this story. For that 7th vada to be successful, this 6th vada's failure was required. For you to become successful as a teacher, you should experience failures. Dronacharya experienced failures. Krishna experienced 17 chapter failures. Only on the 18th chapter, this man transforms and he says, "Oh Krishna, I am ready to fight." He told first chapter and he is thinking Arjuna will immediately pick up the bow and arrow and he will start fighting, and he says no. Second chapter is told again no. Until that 18 chapters weren't told, Arjuna was not ready, and you don't know which Arjuna is your student, and you expect I will say it once and he will understand. Highly impossible. You don't know, because all of us are not duplicates. So that if he has understood, I'll assume everybody has understood. No, God doesn't create duplicates. He creates duplicates, Xerox copies, etc., etc. God never creates duplicates. He always creates a masterpiece. And everyone is that masterpiece. And you and me, we always know. Every academically bright student of your classmates, has he done very good in life? No. A backbencher where you thought he may be running actually a big business and hiring all the academic students. And always examples are not taken about Dhirubhai Ambani's son becoming great. Dhirubhai is taken as an example because he started from zero. Chaiwala is taken as an example because he started as a Chaiwala and became so-called the best prime ministers of the world. He is one among them. A tribal woman. What is the actually mentality of a tribal woman? Forget about even villagers. I am talking about tribals who live deep in the forest, deep in the jungle with wild animals as their domestic animals there. The entire meaning of wild animals is wrong because they don't treat them as wild animals. The lion could pass right in front of them and they would be living with them. Wearing dress and clothes is something which they wouldn't have done it until they were of some age, and that kind of a girl makes up her mind to become the present president, Draupadi Murmu. Look at where her start began. If she would have thought about the 7th vada and if she would have given up, life wouldn't have taken wherever it is. The same logic holds good to us also. We are beginning a plane now. It is a simple opportunity God has given me. A small opportunity. Either you can grab it with both the hands with the intention I want to win, or else ಇದು ಒಂದು ಇರಲಿ ಬಿಡಿ, ಏನೋ 2 hours ಇರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್, ಇದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡೋಣ. When your opportunities are taken with this necessity that I will also sit because I need to attend, your students also will do the same thing. Why some students don't perform? Because every homework given to them, we have not thrown that into their mind, telling that the homework is not given for the luxury of doing. The homework is given so that it will take you very close to understanding the subject. very close to mastering the subject, and very close to securing good marks. But you will not do on the same day, you push it to next day, you push it to next day, and push it to next day, and finally when you will have to submit the assignment given by your teacher telling analyze your students and group them as group A, above average, group B, below average, group C, not so average, or group them, they are auditory students, they are actually called as visual students, they are called as kinesthetic students. You don't want to do because I know you are occupied, the student is also occupied. You push it to tomorrow, and ultimately that student writes because he knows tomorrow my sir is going to scold me, tomorrow my teacher is going to scold me. He copies a record of his friend and he completes, but the entire intention was to see to it he goes very close to the class, but that purpose is lost. The same assignment given by your chairman or any of the principal, let us take this workshop, let us differentiate all the students. Let us actually segregate them and say these are visual students, because some of the students are called as visual students. They see and they understand. There are another set of students who are called as auditory students. They listen and they need to listen again and again and they need to understand. For them you should advise group discussion, for them you should advise loud reading, for them you should advise actually reading to each other. It works. But for this visual, if reading is happening next to him, he gets disturbed. He will never be able to focus. And there is a third segment. The third segment is very, very important segment, kinesthetic. That is very, very powerful. Why I say very powerful? Because one of the best kinesthetic student who has done 1024 inventions under his cap. I am talking about Thomas Alva Edison. And he was kinesthetic, he was a slow learner, he was mentally retarded. The only way he could understand a subject is writing and doing the experiments, writing and then doing the experiments. So that segregation, somebody asks you to do. You should take that initiative and do it, because my purpose is to see to it I can bring out an Arjuna in it. Because we know there is Duryodhana also, there is Arjuna also. If I can bring out an Arjuna in every one of my students, I consider myself as successful. If I cannot, it will not work. So there a challenge will have to be taken. I think all of you are aware, there are three kinds of learning style. What is the first one? Visual learning style. You Google go the guy, ChatGPT go the, all of you have used ChatGPT. What is ChatGPT? Anybody? Okay. When I ask whom should I marry, Google will give me 1 crore people. But when I ask ChatGPT, he will give only one person. So the disadvantage of all the search engine was, when a question was fired, it used to give crores of answers. In searching the right answer there, we used to get lost. All the time, every person felt, "Arey yaar, give me one best answer and don't tell me about anything else. Show me one girl and say you should marry her and it will be finished." You said 10 beautiful girls and I am watching. Avaleki, Ovaleki, Kanchina, Mina. Okay, I'll change again. Down, dust to sky, pata. I've already decided here, I'll jump, pata. If I have decided, I will not ask. So when I ask, he should give one answer. That is the beauty of ChatGPT. But he gives you a very, very, very smart and the smartest answer. If you ask, there are visual people who observe and learn. There are auditory people who listen and then learn. There are kinesthetic people who always will have to do and learn. You should segregate your students and see where you can utilize what. But kinesthetic will work for visual and auditory also. That's the reason we say everybody write once and come. A person who is slow, what we say, you write 5 times. The reason 5 times is, then only he can understand. His 7th vada is 5 times. And you should make this understandable by the students, because students will never know. You can give a comparison. In the same class, one person will eat 3 chapati and he will still be asking, it's common. One more person, if you give him 2 chapatis, he will vomit. Because all of us are different. So we should know this. Now as a teacher, because I am talking about a team building, your personal, see there are 2 kinds of team. One is intra and inter. Intra means I have so many weapons in me. Can I use all in order to address the students? That is what we call it as a perfect team. I have the entire team. My dramatization, my voice modulation, my usage of stores, my amplification, everything put together. If I can actually put onto the students, miracles are going to be. That coordination is what is expected. Some of you sumne gun itkondirtira ayin pooje onsati use ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. It should not be like that. So everything has to be utilized. And can I be that mother to every one of my students? Because only then Thomas Alva Edison will come. Where the teachers have failed, a mother has given rise to a greatest scientist. Let me share this beautiful story. It so happened when Thomas Alva Edison was of the age of 4.5 years, our mother took him to the school for admission, and the teacher wanted to talk to him, but he did not get a speech even at the age of 4.5, 5 years. The teacher advised, you come after 2 years now. Then the mother went and she came after 2 years. Even after 2 years for admission for the first standard, he never had a good speech. He was just learning. Now in that attack, she told, I really cannot take admission for him. If you still want, you can go and talk to the principal. So they go up to the principal, and the principal says, no, we cannot. You do like this. At least give him some kind of a training for 1 year. Next year, come what may, we will take up. He was again sent back. And next year when he came, he found that he was not up to the mark. But still the principal told, because I have already told you, I will take him. We will observe him for another 15 days. And once we find he is good enough, then we will retain, otherwise no. The mother agrees. So happily the mother sends him to the school. He goes and comes, goes and comes, goes and comes. On the 15th day, the principal takes a letter and he calls Thomas Alva from the class. Thomas Alva goes and he says, how do you go home? Does your mother come and pick you up? No sir, my home is close by, I just walk. Okay, this is a letter, you give it to your mother. Your mother will say what is it in it. And from tomorrow you need not come. Why? Sir, when he asks why, with a crying note, he says, why? It's written in the letter. You ask your mother, she will read it for you. And he comes back home with tears in his eyes, and mother says, why? I don't know, the principal told from tomorrow I need not go to the school. And the teacher also telling same thing. Everybody said goodbye and they sent me. Mama, they told the reason is written in the letter. Can you read the letter for me? I'm very curious. I just want to know why I cannot go to school when everybody else can go to school. The mother opens and she reads with tears in her eyes. She reads the principal's letter. Date is written to the parents of Thomas Alva Edison. Dear sir and ma'am, your son is a genius student. She reads like this. He is so genius that he cannot be put with ordinary students. So it is our humble request to treat your son, the genius student, as the most genius and try to teach him at home from tomorrow. If there is any assistance needed, we will always support you. We are very happy that you have given birth to such a genius student. Thank you. Yours lovingly, the principal's signature. And the mother starts teaching him from tomorrow, kinesthetic, because he cannot understand. He has to do the experiment and understand, do the experiment and understand. When he kept on doing this experiment over and over and over and again, he becomes an expert in doing experiments, and you know the kind of inventions what he has done. Even 9,999 attempts will not distract you. For you, 10 times you have taught a student, and if he has not understood, you will feel like Nalanda Barode illa, you will start thinking, but he has made 9,999 attempts. And he says, I don't consider 9,999 is a failure. I say, I know the way 9,900 ways by which if you design a bulb, it will not have a long life. That's the beauty. After his mother expired, he wanted to shift from the available place to a new place because his mother's memory was haunting him. So he thought, let me move out of this place. And he finds that old trunk where our mother used to keep all his toys and other things. With a lot of curiosity, he opens the trunk. He finds all his old childhood dress which he wore when he went to the school for the first time, and the school uniform was also there. Right below that, there was this letter. He knew this was the letter what the principal gave. He opens that letter and he starts reading. And the letter actually was written like this. Again, the date was there to the parents of Thomas Alva Edison. With dear parents, your son is a slow learner. is mentally little slow. He cannot be accommodated with the normal students. See what you can do with your son. Even if he is capable of learning a little, I think that has to be taught personally by you, or he needs to be sent to special school. If the mother would have read something like this, we would have lost all that inventions. Now, as a teacher, you have this responsibility. Can I be that mother, just like that mother of Thomas Alva Edison, to every student? If you can, heaven door, directly open, directly inside. So, greatest gift. Now, we will go for coming together and being together. Let us have a small exercise. 1, 2, can we count? 1, 2.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
17. Okay. We need one more. Only 17 is that? Okay. Now all odd numbers. One ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ. ಈ row ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ, ಈ row ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ರೆ. This row will go here and this row will come. Come quick, come quick. Guys, we'll call this as group A and group B. See, kinesthetic movement is very important in order to bring energy. Always remember that. So, in order to have physical, you will have to bring out that physical movement. I have a small team building activity which we will do, and now can you count? 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7,
8, yeah.
9, 10.
No, 1, 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All of you remember your names? Okay, ABC.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H,
Ma'am.
I,
No, A.
B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I.
Okay. So, I have given you letters and numbers. We will have it as two teams, Team A and Team B. There is a lot of lessons to learn. Now, the first activity would be trying to build numbers. Okay, so I will tell you a number. You will have to come in one order. This team will come here, this team will come here. You will have to put it in order. If I say aftershock, AFTERSCHOCK, after I say that, you will have to make a line. Some alphabets are not there, you can give a space. Some alphabets will repeat, you can give one more space. And the letter has to be completed. Whoever completes the letter quick will get the point. That's how it is. Now, I'm checking your team building skills, I'm checking your leadership skills, I'm checking your participation skills, I'm checking your willingness that I want to make my team win, and I'm checking your willingness that I want to participate to make my team win. All these are checked. That's why we give this team building activity, to find out how many of them really have that zeal and enthusiasm that I want to do something big in life. Only that person who has that enthusiasm, he will start using. I may take some numbers also. If I say 1 lakh or 12,463, so you will have to stand in order. If I say in increasing order, you will have to stand 1 to 10. Only increasing order. If I say decreasing order, you will have to stand in decreasing order. The starting point will be this. Decreasing order means from the highest number to the lowest number. Alphabets also, if I say that way, all odd numbers means you will have to stand, all even numbers means you will have to stand. All of you are ready? All of you have your both hands and legs, everything is working? Fine. Let us watch that. Okay, guys, the first assignment, aftershock. 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 So somebody will have to instruct now who is A, who is F, who is T.
T, E,
ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತೀರಿ.
R,
ಅವ್ರು ಎಲೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ನೀವು ತಿಂತೀರಿ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಯು ಯು ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ if you do fast you will be the winner if they do fast they will be the winner okay can we count
ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಬೇಡ
okay you guys are ready one of you take an initiative and check if they are ready if you are not ready you will get negative marks
ಈ ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ ಬನ್ನಿ ಇಬ್ಬರಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಟಿ 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 ಎಫ್ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಟಿ ಬರೋದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್
10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1 0 both of you will get -1 okay guys numbers in increasing order from 1 to increasing order whatever numbers you have if you are ready you can shout I am ready
5 6 7 yeah ready
done say done okay
2 3 4 5 6 7 8
okay you get 1 point you got it go and sit now go and sit if you guys do it faster you will get the point if they do it faster they get the point okay now the same numbers in decreasing order
10
most of you walk you can say you are ready where is the line you can't overlap man is overlapping okay I will consider you
2 8 7 6 5 4 3 2
1 there was a overlapping here so you will get the marks see all even numbers in order even numbers in increasing order even numbers okay
2 4 6
okay all even numbers in increasing order even numbers
correct 8 increasing order 8 6 4 2
8 6 4 2 go and sit now what's wrong with your team
increasing order means 3 4 6 8 only
ಅಲ್ಲ increasing ಆಯ್ತು decreasing ಬಂದ್ವಿ ಮೊದಲನೇದು increasing
that is wrong
okay increasing okay ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ okay guys we'll go for republican
so this one we did not get it properly
ma'am I will do if I am a team lead of you who is no we will keep it space who is E there is E you can't say E is not there E will stand here and there is a space who is T P yeah P and who is U if there is no U you will have to give a space and somebody will have to take the initiative now sumne annodrinda automatically people will come and start no when students are scattered somebody will have to raise the voice and say all blue shirts you come here A, who is A? You come here. Who is B? You come here. If everybody keeps giving instructions, then the vehicle will go nowhere. One person will have to take a responsibility. I'll be a leader at least for this particular time. And next time somebody else and everybody should follow him. There can be two leaders, leader 1 and leader 2. Leader 1 is ultimate captain and vice captain. Like that you will have to take initiative and then do it. Okay. All of you are done?
sir actually you are not allotted one mark and then they are wrong actually you are correct only but you did not deducted marks one mark
ಅಲ್ಲ ಇಬ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ ರೈಟ್ ನಾವು ಯು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿತ್ guys decreasing order numbers Decreasing order numbers, highest to the lowest.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Why the same thing is becoming difficult? You are busy arguing with the old one. That ball is gone. Now get ready for the next ball. Next ball is ready again. Aa ball hangirbardu, aa ball hangirbardu. No, it's okay. That ball is gone. Your past is gone. Right now, can I get ready with the new ball? Ashte, simple. That's now all of you will go for Republican. Republican. Okay, R is not that. You say R, E. Okay, P.
P is
No, okay. Then U, D, then L, I. Okay, then C, A. Very good. Guys, yours I want to see. Say me. Who is?
B.
You are?
E.
Where is E here?
B.
Where is E here? E yaar? Who is E? Ma'am, E. Okay, E is here. Ma'am, which is your next letter?
B, sir.
B. Where is B? B ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋರು ಬಲಗೈ ಇರಬೇಕು ಇ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತು ತಾನೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಲಗೈ ಬಂದು ಇ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಯಜಮಾನ್ರು
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರು ನಾನು ನಿಲ್ಸಿದ್ವಿ ಬಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಮತ್ತೆ
REPBULICN ಈಗ with all yours I'll give them 1 point. Okay, now there are 10 balloons there are 10 balloons here. Whoever completes the entire puffing of the balloon and tying a knot with your hand, you should identify who is having that skill set. Everybody will not have all the skill sets. Identify yaar fast have all the balloons oodirtaro 10 balloons, they will be called as a winner. Wait until I say. You count how many balloons are there. Who is the captain of this team? For time being.
Sir, team, right? Team has team, right?
Team. Ma'am, ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? Ma'am, all of you are ready? Okay, ready, steady, go.
Can we get the balloons here?
At least medium ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ತುಂಬಾ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಬೇಡ, ತುಂಬಾ ಸಣ್ಣನೂ ಬೇಡ. Whoever is good in knotting, knot. Whoever is good in puffing, puff. There may be one team player who is not good. ಅವ್ರನ್ನ just ಬೇರೆ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಹತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು. ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಗಂಟು ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲಿ ನಾಟ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್. ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? These are done. Okay. ठीक है. Okay guys, yeah, you keep the balloons there. All of you make a circle. Okay, guys, you will have to make a circle out of this. Whoever does it faster will be the winner. Okay, steady, go. That circle, ever thought say, yaar faster ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, they are the winner. ಮುರ್ದಾಕಿದ್ರೆ you will have to pay me. Guys, there is a game. Also you make a circle. See, it is passing the circle. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೈ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿ ಟೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆದ್ರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ನಂಬರ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಒಬ್ರು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮುಗಿದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೈ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಕೈ ಇಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ? ಡೆಮೋ ಕೊಡೋದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ, ನನ್ನಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಡೆಮೋ ಕೊಡೋಕಿದ್ರೆ ಕೊಡಿ. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಹೋಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡಿ. So what should I do? You and me both. We'll have to work as a team. Okay. Then you lay it down.
ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡೋ.
ಈಗ ನಂದಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬನ್ನಿ.
ಹೋಗಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್
ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡಿ. Guys, all of you watch here.
Concentration is not there.
See, ನೀವು ಕೈ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ you have lost the game. So ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, we two will have to work as a team. ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಇದನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, ಹಿಂಗ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಇದನ್ನ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದು ಹಿಂಗ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. I should hold. ಅದನ್ನ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬೇಗ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಅಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿ. ನಾನು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. You guys ಈಗ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಕೈ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಕೈ ಬಿಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅವರು ನಾನಿಬ್ರು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಇದನ್ನ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬಂದು ನಾನು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಮೇಲೆ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನೀವು ಬಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಹಂಗೆ ಒಂದು ರೌಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅದು ಕೈ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಫೌಲು. See, if your body is not comfortable exercising, ಇದು ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Because ಮೂವ್ನೇ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So keep your body fit ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ this is also an exercise. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಕೈ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿಟ್ರಿ. Guys, you are ready? We will have 2 such rounds, 3 rounds. ಯಾರು ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರು ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸರ್
ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ರೌಂಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲೋಕೇಶನ್
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಬ್ರು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್. ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ರೆಡಿ, ಸ್ಟಡಿ, ಗೋ. ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಆಲ್ ಫಾಲ್. ನೀವು ತಾಯ್ತಿದೆ ಅವ್ರು ಸ್ಲೋಲಿನೇ ಮಾಡಿ. ಕೈ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕೈ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ guys, did they get a point? 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. Okay, ma'am, again we will take this over. We will see now. Ma'am, are you guys ready? Good here. Ma'am, I'll kai bitre hoytu. Again, I'll take it. You guys, wait.
Come here. Let's go there.
Come here. You guys are ready? ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ? ಸಾಕು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಾ? All of you are ready? ಅವ್ರು ಗೆದ್ದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. ರೆಡಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಗೋ.
ಸ್ಲೋ ಮಾಡಿ, ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಬಿಡಿಸ್ಬೇಡಿ.
ಓಕೆ 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 ದೇ ಫಿನಿಶ್ ಗೈಸ್. ಈಗ 1 2 3 4 ಇಬ್ರಿಗೂ 4 ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ರೌಂಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ವೇಟ್. 4 ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದೊಂದು 3 ರೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ಲಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಗೆಟ್ ರೆಡಿ. ಯು ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಯಾರು ಬೇಕು? ನೀವೇನಾ? ಓಕೆ ರೆಡಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಗೋ.
ದೂರ ದೂರ ಇರಿ. ಕಾಲು ಕಾಲು ಕಾಲು.
ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾ
ಓಕೆ ಗೈಸ್, ಅದು ಕೈನ ಬಿಡಬೇಡಿ. ಐಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಯು ಅ ಬಲೂನ್. ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಪುಷ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಪ್. ಯಾರ್ದು ಬೇಗ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ಲೂಸರ್. ಕೈ ಯಾರು ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ಲೂಸರ್. ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಇದು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೈ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಕಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ಲೂಸರ್. ಲಿಂಕ್ ಕಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ಲೂಸರ್. Initially I'll put 1 balloon, then slowly I'll put 2 balloons, then I'll put 3 balloons. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ 1 ಇದ್ದಾಗ easily you will do, 2 ಇದ್ದಾಗ little difficult, 3 ಇದ್ದಾಗ it will be. We will take up 2 rounds. The best of 2 will be selected. Hold your hands. Hold your hands. ಕೈ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ out. Off ಮಾಡಿ. Okay. Ready? Ready? ಕೈ ಬಿಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೈ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅವನು
ಓವರ್ಲಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಕೈನ.
Now it will be 2 balloons. ಕೈ ಬಿಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Okay. They lost. Guys, one more round is there. Wait. Okay. So, who lost? They lost, na? ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಯಾರು ಗೆದ್ದಿದ್ದು? ನೀವೇ ಅಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ಸರ್. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ದು ಒಂದು ಅವ್ರದ್ದು. ಓಕೆ ಅಗೇನ್ ಮೇಕ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ವಿತ್ 1 balloon. Ready? Steady. Start with that. Ready, steady, go. Okay. Okay, done. ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ನೀವು ಕೈ ಬಿಟ್ರಿ, ಬಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಅವ್ರು ಮೊದಲು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. ಓಕೆ ಗಾಯ್ಸ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ಆನ್ ಸೆಟ್. ಹಾಂ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ. ಸಾರಿ,
ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ.
ಹೌದು. ಹೌದಾ ನೀವು ಗಮನಿಸ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಓಕೆ 4, 5, 6. Guys, using pens, you will have to make multiple triangles. Pens, whatever is available here. Pen use ಮಾಡಿ multiple triangles ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. You guys can do it here, you guys can do it here. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Get up. Now, one of you can count and check how many triangles are there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Here. Guys, team B will be the winner then. Guys, we will take 15 minutes more. Already 3:70. We will just summarize. Hello, ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಬೇಗ.
You ask the what happened from using.
Yeah, that's what I will tell them few things and then we will. All of you come forward. Come forward. Whenever we are talking about team building activities, it's very important that we keep all our 5 sensory organs under our control. Simultaneously, you should also be speaking, you should also be listening to what other person is saying. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ there will be unnecessary chaos there. You will not be able to work as a team. You should make sure that one person will say, other person will listen. But if he has an advice, he can give an advice. Between the play, you can always meet, you can always take certain measures. None of you took up that initiative. ಇರಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಈ ತರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ನಾವು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. See, every time when a team is formed, it is formed for a particular activity. The moment that activity is over, you should always sit, you should always introspect. ಅವಲೋಕನ you should always do it. ಏನ್ ಸರಿ ಆಯಿತು, ಏನ್ ತಪ್ಪಾಯಿತು. After Chandrayana 1, what went right, what did not go right, what can be done in order to make the wrong right. Again Chandrayana 2, what went right, what did not go right, how do you make the wrong the right, what precautions can be taken, what kind of preparation has to be made. Same thing will hold good here also. So ಮೈಯೆಲ್ಲ ಕಣ್ಣಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಕಿವಿಯೆಲ್ಲ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಮೈಯೆಲ್ಲ ಕಿವಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. That way sometimes being a good listener can solve maximum of your problems. And being patient also can solve maximum of your problems. When you're in a kiosk, you tend to do some of the silliest thing because breaking the network is a silliest thing. Okay, even when it was a balloon thing, 3 of you would have concentrated on one balloon, the other 3 of you would have concentrated on another balloon. That way also you could have handled it. Like that, every problem can be looked from different perspective, and slowly solutions will be there only. Very close to the problem, solution will be there. Most of the time, if we don't look at the solution, if our focus is on the problem, you will never get a solution. There was one of this greatest, you can call it as a lock breaker, greatest lock breaker the world has ever seen. Once he is locked up in the jail and one of them comes and he challenges, I can challenge you, you cannot break open this jail and come out. And he says, there cannot be any jail which can lock me, I have actually opened all the locks. With that ego in his head, he makes a challenge and he says, the whole night you will be given free, you try to break the lock. And then he's been given the whole night. That guy is trying all the ways, all the methods in order to break open. And finally, early in the morning, if he comes and he says, I was not able to break open, what kind of locking facility you did? Then the man says, the door was not locked at all. Sometimes the problem itself is a solution for you. It just comes and it goes. Why problems comes? Problem comes in order to test whether you really deserve that. When you get into 9th standard to teach science, when you are all these days teaching 7, a problem will come, an experiment will come. That problem is only for you to test whether you deserve that. You will have to go there and strongly be. Your presence is more than enough. Solution automatically mil jata hai. Always remember, you have never given solutions to all your past problems. Solutions have automatically come. But you were daring enough to go and stand at the problem side. I know there is a problem, I'll stand here. And when you stood there, he comes and he gives you solution. But if you are not ready to stand there, nobody will come and give you a solution because you have given up. He did not give up. The man gave up. He tried all the methodologies. He did not give up. He did not have that patience to go and check. Let me say, check whether it is locked. He's always doing like this, doing like this, doing like this. That wasn't locked, but it was closed so that the man should not find out whether it is locked or unlocked. Sometimes the solution itself will come with the problem. Only thing is, wait for the problem to come close by. You will see clarity. When you see clarity, you will get solution. Most of you do better, you always stay far away from it and you like to look solutions, it will not work. Even in this team building activity, it was the same. You should always have all your 5 sensory organs working together. Only then the results will pour in. So that is one thing. And most of you should work like all of your 5 sensory organs are same. ಎಲ್ಲರ ಕಣ್ಗಳು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್. ಯಾರು ಕಿವಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಆನ್ ಲಿಸನಿಂಗ್. ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. We play something called as land mines. We'll keep some plastic things and we will fold your, like in big boss, whatever those play, it is just definitely a team building activity. You can give that to your students, make them feel that all of them are a part of a team and miracles are going to work. So, all of us should not be dragging to one different side. All of us should have one eyes and we will have to move in one direction. So, if there is one voice, it is with clarity so that we will go in one direction. If there are 10 voices, it will not work. Sometimes being actually single voice of the entire team, you get more results. So you should identify how the team right now has to progress in order to hit that target. The beginning has happened, the end has to be reached. Right kind of choices have to be made. So when we talk about generally what is a team, sometimes team is something which happens by him. He creates a team and you are being put. Now, working as a team is your responsibility. It could be a simple team of husband and wife also. Husband and wife, you also know. It is not that I have been married and I am going to live happily here afterwards. Definitely not. It is a present continuous tense. On a daily basis, you will have to work on your relationship. Today I have started a class, it is not a present continuous tense. Here afterwards my classes will go on smoothly and all the students will understand whatever I have told. No, ups and downs are a part of a life. You need to present continuously, keep working on the team. Corrections are required, SWOT analysis is required. After every team progress has happened, team is completed, you will have to work on a SWOT analysis, identifying what was the strength of our team. What was the weaknesses of our team? Can we work on the strengths and make it still more better? Can we work on our weaknesses and can we make it still better? Few of you, maybe your communication skill is weakness. Can I work on that? Few of you, maybe you are comfortable handling a class of lower standards, but public speaking and handling higher classes is not your cup of tea. Can I work on that? Can I improve on that? Few of you, your English skills may not be up to the mark. Can I work on my English skills? There are means by which I can always improve these skill sets. So there is no second remedy. You will have to work on your skills. You will have to consistently upgrade. Only then results will poor. Most of the time what happens when a team is actually formed, it is for a purpose. We have something called as emergency task force. An emergency task force is formed in order to handle emergencies. It could be cyclone, it could be earthquake, it could be any kind of a volcano or disaster. However, one team is formed and each members of the team should know each other's capabilities. And then when we work as a team, it will lead us to success. Some of them will have few incapabilities. ಅದನ್ನ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಯಾರನ್ನ ಮೇಕಪ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ, ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಗೇಮ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಒನ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಇಸ್ ಗುಡ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಗೋಲ್ ಕೀಪರ್, ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಬಿ ಎ ಗೋಲ್ ಕೀಪರ್. A person is good in actually going and chasing the ball and hitting the goal, let him be a chaser. A person is very good in actually blocking the ball, let him be a blocker. So like that, depending on your skill sets, responsibilities will be given. But if you don't challenge your skill sets and upgrade your skill set, you will remain as a peon and you will die as a peon. You will remain a second standard teacher, you will die as a second standard teacher. Did you not have opportunity to take the team's help and keep upgrading? Ma'am, you have been handling 10. Can you give me some input so that one day, at least 2 years down the line, I want to upgrade? So these kind of upgrading should happen self. Only then you can become a captain, otherwise no. So when you come together and work as a team, each and every person should help each other. You know something, I know something. If I share with you and if she shares with me, our knowledge doubles. That should be the beauty of learning. You should not create scarcity and selfishness in learning. No, I won't teach her. If I teach her, she will become big. Then you cannot become a teacher at all. So a teacher should have that noble cause. I'll help my colleagues also, I'll help others also. Every time a team is formed, it could be NASA team, ISRO team. For mission Mars, Chandrayana 1 there was a different team, Chandrayana 2 different team, Chandrayana 3 different team. Chandrayana 3 team lead told, my success is because of the Chandrayana 1 and 2 team leads. If they wouldn't have given us this kind of a platform, this kind of an experience of what could go wrong, we wouldn't be able to become successful at all. So that way, when a team is formed, it is formed based on all these. It could be army, navy, police, fire brigade, politician, all these are a team. When we say BJP as a team, Congress as a team, then all these, Janata Dal as a team. So how strong this team is going to stay and give a solution is what is called as team building and team building activities. Giving them skill set, making them learn things, giving them some additional skill sets lessons every now and then, trying to build a cordial relationship by giving such classes. That is what the initiative sir has taken. Let there be a small entertainment kind of a thing where they talk to each other, where they work as a team, where they work together, let them enjoy, let them have fun, because all such fun activities are also important. Only then you feel like growing. So all this, always remember, when we talk about a team, together everybody achieves more. This is a simple understanding. That is what I have always put there. Always remember, when you are working as a team together, both of us can learn knowledge. When there is a money, when I share, it divides. When there is a knowledge, when I share, it multiplies. The beauty of it is, can you multiply? So these 8 items I will say, and then I will ask you to give me inputs. A leader or a good team member is the one who is ready to assume unconditional responsibility. Like if somebody says you become the captain, you should be ready. I'll take up the captainship and I'll do it unconditionally. Whether it is a success or a failure, whether everybody listens to me or not, I am ready to take up this challenge and I will take unconditional responsibility. Conditional responsibility, who doesn't believe in themselves. Mother Teresa was given an option when she went with a resignation letter to the principal because she was working as a teacher, and the principal told, Amma, you want to start free hospitals? Good, I really appreciate your idea. It's a noble cause. But I don't think so it is going to be possible. It is impossible. Do you have a third pair of cloth? No, I know. You will never keep anything to yourself. You will always give it to the outside world. Now, with nothing, you want to start hospitals. Forget starting a clinic. Do you know how much cost it is going to cost you? What do you have with you? She looks at her person. She says, I have this 1 penny. I have an advice for you. Unconditional and conditional responsibility. I have an advice for you. You do like this. I'll keep this resignation letter here. You go, you try. If you cannot, you can always come back and then do it. Then she says, no sir, that way I'm giving a second option. I don't want to give a second option. I want to take it unconditionally. When I take it unconditionally, he will also help. When I take conditionally, he cannot help. Beauty was this, while we call God also, we don't totally trust in us. We say, I will do little, you will do little. No, you will have to totally give up and say, everything of you, nothing of me. Then what happens? Miracles will happen. All of you should know this incident, because when we talk about what is the power of belief system. When Arjuna and the entire Pandavas went for the so-called gambling, everybody, when they were stepping inside that place, they say a prayers, Krishna, it's better you don't come here. And everybody gets inside. You may not like this. We are also helplessly being a part of it. Otherwise, we also don't want this. When they have told, don't come, don't come, don't come, when Draupadi is being actually chased by so-called Dushasana, who is like a big gentleman with 9 packs, and you cannot actually take him and his energy and your energy. When he's trying to pull the sari, she's holding on to it. I will take care, Krishna, please help me. I'll take care, Krishna, please help me. No, then Krishna says, Amma, your husbands have told me not to come. Your call has to be much, much more powerful. Then she realizes she cannot do, she leaves and she holds one hand here and says, oh Krishna, please come. Then he says, this is also not working. Ma, if you're calling me, call me more than what your husbands have told, don't come. Then she says, I don't know Krishna, what happens? Everything on you. She leaves everything and she takes both hands up. And then miracle will happen. Always remember, even before you came here as a teacher and afterwards you came here as a teacher, in the same school, on the same chair, on the same board, there were teachers who have taken class and there are students who have scored 100%. 100 in maths, 100 in science, 100 in social science, 149 in Kannada, 50 out of 50 in Hindi. It has happened. So the same going goes to you. Where there is a will, there is a way. No, it is not like that. There is always a way. This college or this school has always produced 10% also. There is always a way. Others have already done it. You as a teacher, do you have that will that one of your students this year should get that? So when you build up this stream also, you should see to it every team members has this strong will. Because way is already there. In the past it has happened and in future also it will happen. Whether it should happen through you, that is the question. It would have happened for one. When it can happen for one, can it happen for 5 in your class? Can it happen for 10 in your class? That transformation is under your control. You will have to work on that. So all this, and you should lead by example. When I say you are a team lead, you should lead by example. At least aligning them, giving them instructions. You do this, you do this. You did good, appreciate somebody and clap for each other. These things should happen as a team building activity. That's also important. And all team leader, you should represent a cause. When we look at a leader or a very good team personality, your cause itself should represent what personality you are. If I say Ahimsa, what will come into your head? Gandhiji. If I say abundance, love, what will come? Definitely Mother Teresa. Definitely even Jesus also. As the story goes, he was supposed to be killed and at that moment he says, oh God, forgive all of them because they don't know what they are doing. That forgiveness is very difficult to give. Somebody pushes you, you use Amma, Appa, Akka, everything in order and you will push it off. But it requires great courage to do that. So you will have to represent a cause and you should stand for that cause. Then automatically identification will happen. So you should give no options. Whenever I told as a team leader, there is no option. I am injured but still I'll play as a team. So no option should be given and no excuses. For every good things that you want to do, you can give n number of excuses. But let me tell you, excuses are born out of non-willingness. Nanage madlik ishta illa, aa oombu. Nanage madlik ishta illa anna oombinda ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಯೂಸಸ್ ಬರೋದು. ನಾನು ಮಾಡೇ ತೀರ್ತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಕ್ಲಾಸು ಬರಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಸ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್, ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಯೂಸ್. ಅದೇ ಮಗನಿಗೆ 100 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇದೆ, ಆಚೆ ಕರ್ಫ್ಯೂ ಇದೆ, ಮಗ ತಿಂದಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ವಾಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಲೂಸ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, you will have to go and get the tablet which is in the next road. Do you think any of the policemen can stop you? No, because there the willingness is ಮಾಡೇ ತೀರ್ತೀನಿ. Otherwise ಇದು ಒಂದು ಜನ್ಮನ ಮಗನ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಔಷಧಿ ಕೊಡ್ಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ದಲೇ ಇರೋ ಜನ್ಮ ಇದ್ರೇನು ಸತ್ರೇನು ಯಾವನ್ ಶೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೋ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ and you chase. Again I am telling you, courage is not that you don't have fear. In every one of you, courage is not that you don't have fear. Courage is knowing that you have fear, you are daring to go and stand. Adana we call it as courageous. Alexander was asked, you were the greatest conqueror. Do you think you were courageous? Yes. But was your courage fearless? No. Who told you? There was a fear. When we get into a war, it can be any person who can come and who can hit me and who can kill me. When I go, any bullet can get into my head and I don't know in which bullet my name is written. But still, I go there as an army man, I go there as a navy, I go there as a surgical strike, knowing that any bullet can hit me and that will be the last breath I'll take. All the loved ones whom I have left at home, I will never be able to see them for lifetime. But knowing all this when I dare, that is called as courageous. Are you exhibiting that small courageous? I don't ask you go there and stand between bullets. No. Can you express that small courageous thing to upgrade or doing something which you did not do yesterday? Come out of that comfort zone. Try to expand. PhD is just few years away. Doctorate is just few years away. Who told you you cannot achieve? At 80 plus people are getting doctorate. At 85 plus people are getting doctorate. Go to Google, go to YouTube. All the doctorates who have got after 80 plus, you will get a big list. And youngsters as young as 25, they are also getting PhDs. What is your bottleneck? Ask yourself whether you have a willingness womb or non-willingness womb. Non-willingness means problems and excuses will come. Excuses is a truth in a wrong place. I'm not saying excuses is not truth. Maneli samsara ide, yes it is true. You taking care of your kids, yes it is true. But with all these, a Draupadi Murmu with husband, with children, she could become a president. What are you and me? A fisherman's son who was just meant to be a fisherman becomes the greatest scientist, Abdul Kalam. What excuses you will give to yourself? So that coming out of that and coming out of it in a very big manner, that should be one of your leadership skills which you should pour on to the students. Nim students kadani eagle you cultivate madi avagaga, if you keep on consistently pouring, it can do miracles for them. That is also very important. And you should give no excuse. That is what I mean excuse. Excuse means it is a disaster. When Narendra Modi was addressing all these Para Olympian medal winners, with tears in his eyes, he just looked at them and he told, ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಷೀಣತೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಲೈಫೇ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ವಿ ವುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಅಪ್. ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಬಿ ಆನೆಸ್ಟ್, ಈ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್. ಕೆಲವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಕೆಲವರು both the hands and legs are not working, one of it is working. These kind of people who should have given up their life because of the bad that has happened onto them, they go up to make India proud. He saluted them and he told, hats off to each and every one of you. And you and me, what are we? We have everything perfect. Kandide, kalide, everything is perfect. With all this perfectness of God's gift, we should be capable of not giving excuses. Excuses is something which you should not do, and you should follow this passion of excellence. Nenne ishtu madidina, ivattu adikkinta better ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನ, ನಾಳೆ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಐ ಡೂ ಎ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ ಮೋರ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ದನ್ ದಿಸ್. ದಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ನಿನ್ನೆಗಿಂತ ಇವತ್ತು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಇವತ್ತಿಗಿಂತ ನಾಳೆ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಓನ್ಲಿ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಲೆನ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಎ ಚಾಯ್ವಾಲಾ ಟು ಎ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಯ್ವಾಲಾ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಎ ಚಾಯ್ವಾಲಾ ಟು ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್. Only if you have that passion for excellence, it can take a Draupadi Murmu, a tribal woman, to become a president. Can you carry this passion of excellence that I should do something big, something better, something more humongous than yesterday? Today I could not, but tomorrow I will not give, because my yesterday is not equal to today and my today is not equal to tomorrow. Can you repeat? My yesterday is not equal to today and my today is not equal to tomorrow. Let us understand. Nenne it would have been a failure, first ball out ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. But ನೆನ್ನೆಗೂ ಇವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, because today I like to again start with zero. A new match has to start. Great is balls are still coming. It's not that overs muktoitu. I still have one more day. Let me practice one more day, one more way. Just to say comparison is very bad method of actually looking at your life. Your yesterday is not equal to today, today is not equal to tomorrow. Because you cannot calculate things like that. Let me share a beautiful joke so that you understand it better. There was one drunk man who was a friend of a priest who used to do worship in the temple. So ಒಂದಿನ ಆ ಪ್ರೀಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಇಂದ ಆಚೆ ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಈ ಡ್ರಂಕರ್ಡ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಅರ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ 4 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈತ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕುಡ್ದಿದ್ದಾನೆ. He just stops him and he says, "What is this? What kind of intelligence is this? All night you have drunk." Then he gets actually sit baratta. That means I'm not intelligent, you are intelligent. Huh? Priest tells him, "Yes, I'm intelligent. Look, I've gone to the temple, I've worshipped God and I have come." Sari nappa, neene intelligent. Sari, I will ask you a question, you answer me. If you give a perfect answer, I will consider you as most intelligent. And he says, "Ask me." ಹಿಂದಿಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವರು ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಇಂದ ಆಚೆ ಬಂದವರಿಗೆ ಹಿಂದಿಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, "ಏ ಪೂರೆ ಸಂಸಾರ ಮೇ ಕೌನ್ ಬಡ?" ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂಸಾರದಲ್ಲೂ ಕೌನ್ ಬಡ. Because his influence was the temple, he came out of the temple. Your influence, what is big, is depending on what you have experienced right now. Tribal women is an experience, but that when you keep on growing, your experience will not be that what next level you have reached, what next level, what next level, what next level. So immediately he says, "ए पूरे संसार में temple बड़ा." अगर temple बड़ा है तो वो धरती पे कैसे खड़ा? This question was right. You say the most smart one, अगर temple बड़ा है तो वो धरती के ऊपर कैसे खड़ा? Then he says, "अरे यार आप ही intelligent हो, धरती बड़ी." Okay, धरती बड़ा. अगर धरती बड़ा है तो वो शेषनाग के ऊपर कैसे खड़ा? If धरती is so big, शेषनाग means snake. On the snake, in Vishnu is holding on to that snake and he is lying there, and the snake is holding on to earth. वो धरती के मीन्स शेषनाग के ऊपर धरती कैसे खड़ा? Then he says, "अरे यार माफ कर दो, शेषनाग बड़ा." अगर शेषनाग बड़ा है तो वो शिवजी के गले में कैसे पड़ा? Then immediately he says, "अरे यार मुझे माफ कर दो, शिवजी बड़ा." अगर शिवजी बड़ा है तो वो कैलाश पे कैसे खड़ा? At what point of time whom are you comparing? Today he cannot be compared to a chai wala. He should be compared to how he did his chief ministership in Gujarat. Draupadi Murmu should be compared to what earlier responsibility she had. Your yesterday is not equal to today, today will not be equal to tomorrow. And he says, "Arey yaar maaf kar do, Shivji bada." Then Kailash bada. I think he thinks it is final. अगर कैलाश बड़ा है तो हनुमान के उंगली पे कैसे टिका? All of you know Hanuman had to pick up the entire mountain because he did not know which is Sanjeevani. Then he says, "अरे यार मुझे माफ कर दो, तुम ही बोल दो कौन बड़ा?" And for a drunkard he says, पूरा रात जो 4 बॉटल पी के 2 टांग पे खड़ा, वो सबसे बड़ा. So what are you comparing? Right now the boat is sinking. You kept on telling him, "I have done 3 PhD, I have done 4 PhD, I have done 5 PhD, your life is a waste, your life is a waste." As soon as he sees the hole in the boat, row the boat, that person says, "Boatman, excuse me sir, PhD sir, more PhD sir, sir, PhD sir, do you know swimming?" Then he says, "No, your life is a waste, the boat is sinking, now I'll go." And he goes and he swims and he goes. So what knowledge are you talking about? So it is a life with beautiness. I will not take much time because the time has already run away. I will share all these PPTs with you. You can go through because you are smart ones. Suryange torch hakodu chanagirodilla. All of you are already teachers. You have been doing it selflessly. If you have any queries, you can say. Now you should say what is your learning in today's class. That will be the end of it. What is your learning in today's session when you did this team building activity, when you did this XYZ? We will wind up. ನೀವು ಟೈಮ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ, 3:45 ಆಗಿದೆ. About leadership skills. How to take responsibilities when some kind of a assignment comes. Sometimes assignment comes by the grace of what you are. Nan Irimaga, it comes because of that. And the senior most player, sometimes it comes because of that. But to retain that itself will not work. When the opportunity is given, how have you executed? There were a lot of chief ministers. But every such chief minister was not given an opportunity to become a prime minister. But there was one Chaiwala who was given this opportunity because as a chief minister of Gujarat, he did miracles. Like that, opportunities will grow in. Anything else? Amen? Coordination. Always remember, it is not a one-man army. All of us can achieve togetherly with proper coordination. Miracles are going to be possible. And India has done so many such miracles. Insert 1, Insert 2, Insert 3, launch Chandrayana 1, Chandrayana 2, Chandrayana, Mission Mars. All of these are a miracle by itself. The world is still looking at it and they are actually wondering how could India do such a miracle of sending on the other side of the moon, and that too on the first attempt and being successful. Yes, anybody else? Yes, keep upgrading. Your yesterday's skills will not be equal to today. Your today's skills will not be equal to tomorrow. Things are changing. So do not think that is going to work. That is different, today is different. Today what the environment requires, that is what should be your upgradation. Beautiful. Clap for man. Anything else? Positivity, the belief that you hold at the beginning of the journey. For 3 plays, this team had given up. You gave up. You don't know what kind of an activity will come tomorrow. Always remember, it will not be always the same. Wait for tomorrow. Last game is not equal to this game. This game is not equal to the other game. And slowly you could make marks. You just wanted one more ball to be thrown, one more event to happen. So do not give up. Not to give up is one of the activity what you learn. And learn your skill sets. Learn upgrades, SWOT analysis. Yes? Anything else? Sako sir, time agide bit sir. Okay. Anybody else? Yeah, we will request the principal and ma'am and sir to address us. Otherwise, we have completed.
Thank you, Mallikarjuna sir, for this wonderful class.
Thank you, sir.
As I sit down and viewed it, lack of concentration, teamwork is required. The same must be developed in the classroom for the students, and observation must be in a proper way. With lack of observation, the students are in the classroom, you must have to take observation of every child, whether they are doing their work in a proper way. But teachers' concentration, there must be whether what the students are doing in a classroom, whether they are doing their work in a proper way. And teamwork, all teachers, there is no differentiation between nursery, primary or high school. You must have a proper quality among yourself, share your knowledge among yourself, and make it a best team, a group of teachers among them. That's all from my request. Thank you for that good, effective PPT and game, everything. I think they have been learned. And from tomorrow, additional dosage has been given to you. So adopt it in a classroom, make the students in perfect way. Thank you for saying so.
Thank you. That's it. I'll share this PPT with sir. Sir will be sharing with you. You can always go. Just one last one. Effective team. All these are important. You already know what is clear goals, relevant skill sets, mutual trust among each other, unified commitment. All of us should have one single-minded commitment. Good communication. You need to know how to communicate, when not to communicate. That's also important. Sometimes not communicating is the best remedy for sometimes. Getting into arguments will not make anybody win. It will only actually break you apart. So that thing, when to talk, when not to talk, negotiation skills, that's also important. Appropriate leadership skills, internal coordination and support from internal team. Namalle yarana kaalediya it will be more dangerous. That should not happen. External support also is important. Sometimes we are not skilled. Anybody from outside will come and they will also enhance our skill sets. These are few things. Otherwise, thank you everyone. A big round of applause.